Okay, so this one says you feel proud to talk about your accomplishments in a job interview. So which one do you believe that you feel proud to talk about your accomplishments in a job interview? Which one do you think that is? Is that healthy narcissism or unhealthy narcissism?
Healthy.
Healthy? Everybody healthy?
I guess it's in the context of how you're saying it.
Because sometimes they ask, right?
They ask, but if it's to the point where you're not humble in your response, and it's more so like, well, I'm this and I'm that, versus this is what I've accomplished, and this is what I can contribute to.
So basically, man, I went to that job interview and I took it over. Versus, versus, man, I had that job interview and it was challenging, and I realized that they asked some really hard questions. So that would be the difference of one. Well, this one is asked in the context, I had a job interview, it was very challenging, and this would be healthy narcissism. So, Keisha, can you just like give the clinical version of what we're talking about before we move on to the next question? I'm gonna have you jump in.
I would rather wait if that's okay. I feel like there
that may be a little bit more.
Yeah, and you asked me to do like an icebreaker.
Okay.
So
you know what? How about we just do that? Let's switch gears. I did this one first. We're gonna come back to this.
I think this conversation is good, but
well, no, I want your icebreaker because I did ask for an icebreaker. Y'all, my apologies. So let's do your icebreaker.
So my goal is to ask a question. I think you guys have like a pen or a notebook in the bags.
We got both.
Yes.
But you can also take notes on your phone, whatever you feel comfortable with. And I want you to consider if narcissism is on a spectrum, who are you?
That's a good one.
Where are you? Who are you and where are you at on that spectrum?
I don't know, I'm a Gemini. I feel like I'm all over the spectrum. Right? I'm like at the beginning, the end, and the middle, Sierra, ain't that right?
And so I just want you to take some time to write about it, and if you're comfortable, share, but you don't have to share. I want to give some education about it as well.
Okay, all right.
But take your time first. I want people to think.
Really thought-provoking, right?
Two separate questions. Who are you? And where are you on the spectrum of narcissism?
I see. Who are you and where are you?
And I think maybe another question that I could throw in there is do you feel you know who you are? Do you know who you are?
Oh, that's a good one. Do you know who you are?
It's okay if you don't, but be honest with yourself about it.
Yeah. I was Catrice yesterday. You don't know? I don't know. We'll wait till the end of the day. I'll let you know. I'm probably tired Catrice today. That's a good one. Who are you? Where are you?
And do you know who you are? That's all. I don't know. I'm just here.
Who am I? I am woman. That is my nature. I'm a black woman. That's my being.
She can do a poem.
I don't know.
Go and finish it off. Go and finish your poem off, but we already started.
I'm a black woman. That's my being. I was taken from man's rib. I don't know, so that I might carry his burden.
I spit hot fire.
No. All right. We're going to give you like 2 more minutes? Y'all need 2 more minutes?
Are we good?
Y'all good?
Take your
All
time
right.
and use you.
All right. So, well, if someone's still writing, how about we ask someone if they have theirs done?
Yeah, any thoughts in what came up for you?
Go ahead.
I have a dismissive avoidant attachment style. And when you have a dismissive avoidant attachment style, you're closer to narcissism than someone who does not have a dismissive avoidant attachment style. Oh, sorry.
Wait, let me get. Hello. Yeah, you're talking to the mic.
Hey, y'all. My name's Sierra. I have a dismissive avoidant attachment style and avoidant. Yes.
Okay. They want to write it down.
And there are lots of different attachment styles. You want to be secure, but you can have Keisha, help me out.
If you are healing from whatever your attachment style is, you can have an earned secure attachment. So yes, this is my baseline attachment style. Attachment is like how you relate to your primary caregivers in childhood, which sets like a precedent for other relationships in your life. So therefore, there's anxious, avoidant, and there's a combined called disorganized attachment, and there's dismissive avoidant. So and narcissists, if we're talking clinical diagnosis, narcissists, all of them dismissive avoidant. There is no nothing else.
They dismiss.
They dismissive avoidant, right? So like some of the relational attributes of that people experience with narcissism in conflict is like minimizing, denying, and blaming, right? So when you think about dismissive avoidant, they're dismissive and then they avoid. Yes.
So basically minimizing how you feel. You share something about how you feel.
They can minimize
Girl, please.
what they did. Right. Girl, please would be.
You hurt me.
okay.
Girl, please. You was too late.
Yes.
And that ain't my fault that you hurt.
Yes. So then you get a flip, right? If you're trying to hold me accountable for something, even if it's with love, even if it's small, I have no emotional bandwidth to tolerate any. People say like you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Yeah.
That would be yes. That
That.
yes.
So that's where you at.
Not to the narcissistic. I'm healing. I've earned secure. No, but at my worst, I definitely have a dismissive avoidant attachment style, and I'm working through it. But I do think that puts me closer to narcissism than someone who does not have my attachment style. And then I also put to save me because you said maybe sound real bad, girl. But I do think that things that prevent me from being an actual diagnosed narcissist is my ability to empathize with other people. I do take accountability these days. And I do care about the well-being of other people. But when I was researching my attachment style, I saw narcissism like blaring out at me, and I said, girl, we got to make sure we okay. I am okay. I swear.
But that's a good thing to notice that you can, if you're a narcissist or if you have those traits, you can recognize it and want to change it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what mine would be called. I have abandonment issues. So I have a tendency to get very upset when I want to feel loved and the person is not ready to verbally tell me, so I get upset. I want your attention. I need your attention. I need for you to say I love you. I need for you to show me love. I need what I need right now, and so I can get a little tantrum on on that version. I don't know what that is. I haven't figured out who I am yet. I'm still asking myself that question at 47 years old. Maybe I'll figure it out when I turn 50.
We're gonna work on it today.
So maybe I'll figure it out. So I know for me, I probably don't know who I am. More other people that see me probably know more about me than I know about myself because I just kind of go through life moving and doing what I need to do to get through the day. So I know that I have abandonment issues big time. But anybody else? Martise?
Well, my first writings on my notes was I wrote, I'm probably both. And the truth is, so Wednesday night, I took the pencil and I said, hey, my name is Martise Owens, and I'm a good narcissist. And I believe that. However, as I've gotten married and took some more accountability for my actions, I know for a fact in my younger days, I was a mother sucker, right? And so when I hear it now, I hear my wife have criticisms of me. I do take accountability. I say I'm sorry, but I don't think this normally is said. But when people wrong you, I definitely don't want to continue to hear about it for the next 6 months. I just don't think you're supposed to be inclined to have to keep hearing it. I'm like, okay, I got it, I heard you. You said you give me another chance. We ain't dealing with that again. I don't want one step to 100% to be forgiven. So then I'm told, well, you're not sincere because you can't tell me how long I need. I'm like, no, I'm not finna keep on wrestling with that. So I don't know if that kicks out my apology or whatever the case may be.
I would say like, number one, like there are some classic differences between like men and women that show up with like what you're talking about with communication. Men are like, hey, this is what it is, this is what it is. Women are more like, I need to understand, help me. I need that like reassurance or checking on this, or maybe your perspective of like, I'm sorry, it's done and we're moving past this. You said you give me another chance. Is different than how she's experiencing it. So then she's bringing it back up and saying, I'm still experiencing it, but then what is the conversation about in between of like, how are you experiencing me?
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Part two of my thing that I'm dealing with, I've been on my own now 10 years. So I do construction, and I'm just into real estate and just networking, wanting to uplift my community. So I have a different mind frame. I don't like bullshit in my head. I'm sorry, young lady. I'm sorry, son. I get a headache for foolishness really fast. And people tell me, oh, you don't. It's not that I don't care. I know I got empathy now because I've been humbled. I know that. But I can't let it get in my brain senseless topics of foolishness and take over me. So I'm really quick to do the detachment like the young lady said, because I don't got time for that. Yes. Because I feel like my motivation now, I wasn't selfish. I was selfish to change what I used to do. And you pick up some bad habits in survival mode. And so now as you're kind of like sifting out the things that you should keep and what you shouldn't keep, and you consciously reflect on your actions, you're like, man, dude, you out of order. But all of it went bad that you pick up, along the way. And so now I got a good friend, and I just say to him, I say, bro, everybody can't come with you. And it look cold when you see it, but it's just the reality. So I say I'm both. That's why I say I'm both. And I'm just being honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon.
Yes. I appreciate it.